That's real relation. That's real relationship and duty. Huh?
That's right.
I can't hang out with somebody. See, if we're brothers and sisters or friends, then that's based on me and your submission to God.
That's right. That's right.
I'm with you as long as you in submission to that. You with me as long as I'm in submission to that. See, that's how you create a real brotherhood and sisterhood, because at the root of it is God. And when the root of any relationship is God, then it starts to promote the relationship. It starts to strengthen the relationship, because God is at the root of the relationship.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Teach on it, brother.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if I love God more than I love this person who's supposed to be my cut buddy, when I see my cut buddy violate God, then I'm duty bound to check that.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
And to say that's not proper.
That's right.
Well, you know, I'm just talking to, no, you're just not talking to me. Because when you talking to me, you are violating a principle of God.
That's right.
And therefore, in violating him, you are violating me, and you are violating that which bonds relationships.
Bond relationship.
That's why slack talking, slander, and backbiting is not good.
That's right.
Because when we do that, we violate a principle that God put in place to cause us to unify.
That's
All right.
And when the principles of God are violated, I'm going to get to violation in a few minutes.
Yes, sir.
When the principle of God is violated, then the relationship is violated because somebody violated a principle. And there cannot be no peace, harmony, and accord
That's right.
when a principle is violated. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So my point is, and all of that, we got to grow up in what we fall out about and what we fall in love about.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And the petty things that we fall out with each other for, we got to let that go. So if you won't pay me my money back and you know you owe me, then I'll let you deal with Allah on that. But I gave it to you out of a kind heart. And guess what? If I take that spirit, Allah will give me more.
Yes, that's right. Sure will.
And I ain't going to stop again.
That's right.
Because you robbed me.
That's right.
Because, well, man, I ain't giving to nobody else. These Negroes don't believe in paying back. Well, that's a hurting thing.
That's right.
The scripture says better to give than receive. And I gave it with a good motive.
Right.
And if I gave with a good motive, they ain't got to pay it back, but God will continue to bless me to have more.
Yes, sir.
Minister Rockman told me one time, he said the messenger had some money and was trying to give it to him. He went, no, the apostle, I don't want it. He said, son, take the money. He said, because if you don't take the money, Allah can't give me more. So, our friendship should be based on righteous principles, and we have to stop being so worldly.
Worldly.
I fall out with you over silly stuff. I was telling somebody last week, they was talking about they quit something because they weren't going to take something from somebody no more. I ain't going to let them handle me like that. I said, brother, if I had took that attitude, I would have went back to Atlanta 13 years ago.
That's right.
I say, man, y'all mishandle me and don't even know you mishandle me.
That's right.
I'm disrespected. I'm slandered. I'm backbited against. And Negroes misunderstanding. I said one thing, but they crazy mind interpreted as another. And they have all these issues and all these problems, and the ones you're trying to help biting you in their face, and in that, oh man, if I did that, I would have gone a long time ago.
Right.
But sometimes you have to suffer those kind of things. And not have the spirit to retaliate, because when you're working with people and working in a team effort, you're bound to clash at some point.
Yes, that's right.
It's bound to happen.
It's bound to happen.
But when we live a life again based on principle,
That's right.
it helps to keep all of that
Yes,
cut
it
down.
does.
So man, you don't fall out with something. Take your basketball and go home. Because it was difficult for you to work through something.
Right.
And I'm going to get to that in just a minute.
Yes, sir.
And that's black people's problem
That's right.
when it gets difficult. Especially when you engage with somebody else and it's a relationship. So all of us like to get the relationships of least resistance.
Right.
So that's who I get along with somebody who ain't gonna offer me no resistance. When women done beat the hell out of men and they don't have nothing to come back with, then they go looking for another man. And then will blame the woman and say, the woman made me gay. No, she didn't. No, you just got tired of difficulty and didn't want to work with her and work through how to handle her. So then you blame her for you being gay. Because you go to somebody who's going to offer you the least path of resistance.
Yep.
And we even do that. It don't even have to be gay or lesbian.
That's right.
It can be to a man to another woman. Or a woman to another man. When you're difficult with your mate there, man, you got to work through that.
Work through it. That's right.
But you go to some Sally Sue who's soothing your ear and who appears that she's giving you the least path of resistance. But it appears that way. Because she's like a charming cobra snake trying to get you until she gets you. And then you will see that the nature of that is the same as that nature that you was having a problem with. And she'll deal with you for a little while, but after a while, that nature will kick in.
That's right.
And she will become difficult.
That's right.
And you will see that the problem was not the one you were with.
That's right.
The problem was yourself and your inability to work through difficulty with God at the front and come to some conclusion or some reconciliation. So we as a people always go and get with people who offer us the least resistance. A person that offers you the least resistance can't make you grow.
That's right.
The only way you can grow is with somebody who, man, bringing it out of you. Every day you got, man, come on now, got to get in this gym and work.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yes, sir.
We're always on the path of least resistance.
Difficulty.
And that's it. Everything that we do, from relationship to God, anything, we always want the path of least resistance.
Yes, sir.
When it get tight, when it get difficult, we run and never work through the difficulty. So therefore, we can never achieve ease. And we run thinking we have gotten away from the difficulty. But then soon as Allah lets you get some rest and you start walking down that path again, here come the same difficulty. May not be from the same person,
Right.
but the same situation.
Right.
The same circumstances that God presented to you
That's that.
to show you how to overcome. And by overcoming, you become close.